As always, a big thank you to David Gallagher for the past 2 hours here on 107.2 Urban Beat FM. It's a Wednesday night, it's 10 o'clock. It's time for the album show with me, Ronnie McGhie, through till midnight. In the studio, it's my great pleasure to welcome my session guests for tonight. I've got James Hopkins. James, how you doing?
Brilliant, thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming down. It's been a wee while, but I've been trying to organise this for a while. Unfortunately, last week when I was going to have you on, I ended up getting kind of freebie tickets for a concert and things like that. Anyway, welcome to Urban Beat FM. Now, you've done a few things for us in the past, haven't you?
Yeah, I have done. Yeah, I played at the McGavin Park show that was to do with the baton, really.
Yeah, and I heard good reviews about that.
It went well, It was really fun.
Now, you're joined, you're not on your own tonight.
I'm not, no.
You're joined with Scott Mitchell. Scott, welcome to Urban Beat FM, mate.
Hello.
Hello, he says. He's got his guitar there, he's got his headphones on as well. James, tell me, let's go back. How long have you been kind of writing and performing?
Oh, writing, well, I learned the piano at the age of 5, started learning, then kind of left my kind of classical grades. I left at grade 4. And then started writing my own music at the age of 11. And then it just went, well, I just started really loving it from there. And this is what I want to do as a career now. And I'm really enjoying it.
You mentioned the word there, like classical. Was it actually classical music?
It was,
that you were studying,
when I was much younger. Yeah, just before I started any songwriting, I went through classical grade exams for my piano. And then I just became not interested in it anymore.
But would you say that kind of classical training gave you a good grounding?
Oh, definitely. If I didn't do that, then I wouldn't be where I am. But I thought it was a good time to stop. I kind of knew the basics, and then I could go and have fun with it.
It's you were saying there you started writing songs at the age of 11.
11. I'm not saying they were great, but I did start writing songs.
I was going to say that. What does an 11-year-old boy write about?
Oh, loads of things. I've got loads of old sheets of paper with some mad lyrics on them that I'll never show to anyone. But yeah, I know.
But the same thing, you will not throw them away either.
I will not throw them away, no. There's a
lot of artists, established, famous artists, who still go back to the little notebooks that they had when they were teenagers.
Oh, definitely.
And some of that stuff is still relevant.
Oh, it can be, and I think actually, a song I wrote recently, I found it on a sheet of paper that I've obviously started writing ages ago and just went back to it. So these kind of things can happen.
So you're in session tonight, and you're going to play a few songs for us, and you're also, I set you a task to bring in some music of people that have influenced you. But I think if it's okay with you guys, we'll start off with a session track. Yeah,
let's go for it, yeah. I'm up for that.
So, what one are you going to give it? I believe these are all your own songs tonight, James.
Yeah, I'm going to play all my own songs. This first one was off the EP, and it's called Set the World on Fire.
Fantastic. Take it away, guys.
Lights go down, rain will fall, it glows everywhere. Shadows moving in time with the speakers, all together in one space of craziness. It all started and never will finish. Time to show what we've got to the world now. Raise our hands to the songs that we love to hear. Dance to be dropped, share it out, all the love we share. We are one for tonight, let's go every tonight. We will lose it all tonight. We will show what we desire. Light it up and show the liars. We'll set the world on fire. Raise a glass to one and whoever. 'Cause tonight we will do whatever. And we'll dance and never get tired. 'Cause tonight we'll set the world on fire. Hold up your lighters. We'll set the world on fire. We'll set the world on fire. Hold up your chasing the stone we fell onto, 'cause we don't give a damn what we want or do. Feelings are stuck in our heads, go away for now. This is ours, this is it for a final bow. All we've got is love to tightly hold. Where we belong is a place that we call home. We can do what we want 'cause we don't care. All we need is a crowd, yeah. 'Cause tonight we will lose it all tonight. We will show what we desire. Light it up and show the liars. We'll set the world on fire. Raise a glass to one and whoever. 'Cause tonight we will do whatever. And we'll dance and never get tired. Yeah, 'cause tonight set the world on fire. Hold up your lighters. We'll set the world on fire. We'll set the world on fire. Hold up your lighters. We'll set the world on fire. We are one for tonight. Let's stay tall for the ride and party all night till it's done. And let go of everything we said. Nah, we would never let go. Yeah. We'll set the world on fire. Raise a glass to one and whoever. 'Cause tonight we will do whatever. And we'll dance and never get tired. 'Cause tonight we'll set the world on fire. Hold up your lighters. We'll set the world on fire. We'll set the world on fire. We'll set the world on fire. Thanks very much.
Sounded good. Now, James, what was the name of that song? Yeah, it was Set the World on
That was
Fire.
called Set the World on Fire,
Now,
yeah.
I was very interested when you said there was from an EP. I wasn't aware that you had an EP out then. He just broke a guitar string.
Oh, it's a classic.
It is, yeah.
I think that's the third time in the space of maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. A small fortune spent on guitar strings.
Right, I might be able to fix it.
That's what happens, so it is there. Either that, you're playing with the first 5-string guitar. Now, James,
Yeah.
you started off like classical music, then you get into more contemporary.
Mm-hmm.
What are your influences? I know we've got a CD here with some tracks on it, but what made you want to change the music?
I don't know. Back then, I can't really remember influences because back then I was like every other boy at my age, liking what for example, McFly and all the Busted, and that was the kind of bands that they were all into.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I think, to be honest, one day I get taught kind of simple chords, and I started to play about with them, and I never really sang either. I never sang before it, like just by itself. And just started singing over it, and it's just a natural progression, and then you end up writing your first song, and someone says that there's something there, and you just keep going.
Yeah.
There's no real meaning behind it.
So if I said to you, what were you listening to today? If you were listening to music today, what were you listening at home or on your iPod?
Today, funnily enough, not even on the tracks I bought with me, but I'd have to say One Republic.
Good band.
Went to see them live. It was just one of the best gigs we've ever been to. Their lead singer Ryan Tedder, who's a songwriter, doesn't just write for the band, just writes for other artists. is what I want to be like, you know.
That would be the ideal career, James.
Exactly.
That would be, you're doing your own thing, you've got your own songs, but other people want to record them as well.
That's the thing, aye. That's it. That's when you know your songwriting is good.
So, what have we got? I've got track 1 lined up here.
Yeah, this is one of my favourite artists at the moment. He's actually American, and he's not made it over here yet in Britain. He's not tried yet. He's called Andy Grammer. He does the same kind of music as I do. I just love his style, and he writes all his own stuff, and he's a really talented guy. So it's by Andy Grammer. That's called Back Home.
There we go. And James, Andy Grammer, did you say?
Andy Grammer, yeah, Grammer with an A.
Yeah.
E. Is it? Andy
Yeah,
Grammer. It's the wrong spelling. That's it.
So I would think that would be grammar then.
That's it, aye.
Yeah. Anyway, how did you get on? I mean, Scott, you broke a string there. You were playing vigorously, so is that you all sorted now?
I did break a string, and no, we're damaged beyond repair.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
5 strings then.
5 strings. Yeah, I don't know. Yep. I'll need to get some.
This is a new one. This is a first for the album show.
Yeah.
He's very preoccupied. You and I can have a chat, James. You and I can have a chat. Now, what would be your ideal career?
Ideal career. Going round radio stations, performing to crowds every night, my own songs, hearing them on the radio, writing for a living. You know, that's the dream.
That is the dream.
But this is you've got to work for it. So that's what I'm doing at the moment.
So are you are you at college just now, or are you full time with the music?
No, I'm in my 6th year.
6th year.
At school.
Yeah.
Whilst doing my music in the background at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, would you class yourself, James, as a prolific songwriter? Does it come easy to you?
You get these stages where it does come easy. For the EP example, is a good example because one of the tracks I'm going to play, I actually wrote the lyrics to it on the way home from one of the studio days that I was in. So sometimes it just happens. But I've hit a wall. I hit a wall recently that I wasn't writing anything called writer's block.
Yep.
And that's what happened. But
I think to be fair, James, I think even most of the most established artists around still hit that wall.
Exactly, it happens to everyone, but sometimes that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Because usually after you go through that stage of writer's block, you end up writing a killer song.
That's exactly right. I'm looking at Scott here just now. So
I can.
Do you know something, James? It might just help if we played another track from your CD.
Okay.
So what's the next track?
The next track's another American artist who again isn't well known over here, but it's not exactly just the song; it's the meaning of the song. It's called "Making Money." It's from an artist called Ben Rector.
Yep.
The whole meaning behind the song is obviously you need to make money to get to that stage where you can afford to tour and make albums. But when you get to that stage where you are comfortable, to just write for a living and not having to worry about it, but not writing to make the charts, not writing to make money, you're just writing because you love music.
Where do you think the better songs would come from, when you're writing to try and make money, or where you're writing just to make good music?
To be honest, I think it's the second one. You're writing to make good music. That's what it ends up. If you've got a following of fans, they like your music, they don't like chart music, you know.
Yeah.
So no, I definitely pitch for that.
So we'll play this track. Who is it again?
It's from Ben Rector, and it's called Making Money.
That is a good song, James.
Yes, it really is.
So who was that again?
Ben Rector.
What I'll do at the end of this, I'll get you to write all these songs down for me.
Right, I will. Yeah, I'll do that.
So
I'll leave you with it.
Yeah. So we're going to go into a session track. The sad news is, and it is very sad, we have the guitar is deceased.
Guitar is down.
The guitar is down. Yeah.
Dead. Yeah.
It's the curse of.
It could be a blessing.
It's the curse of the. It's the curse of the album show here on 107.2 Urban BFM. So it is. So James, tell me about this next song you're going to do.
This next song is called Summer Rain. It was the first song I ever wrote on guitar. I started teaching myself how to play the guitar about a year ago, with the aid of Scott here, and I don't break strings though. And it's called Summer Rain, and it really is just your typical love song.
Yeah. At your leisure.
I say perfect is a strong word to use every day, but when it comes to you, I don't have anything else to say. For you only. And when you smile, I say goodbye to all the worries I had. 'Cause it doesn't matter where you are, 'cause I know you'll never make me sad. And the best I've had, you are my light when it's dark on a winter's day, picking up all my tears along the way. You're my sunset when the autumn fades. We'll be dancing and singing in the summer rain. Oh, rain. Hey, hey, hey. If you're okay, then I'm okay to stay a little while. 'Cause it doesn't matter where you are, 'cause I know you always make me smile. We can reconcile our love. You're my light when it's dark on a winter's day, picking up all my tears along the way. You're my sunset when the autumn fades. We'll be dancing and singing in the summer rain. Oh, rain. You're my light when it's dark on a winter's day, picking up all my tears along the way. You're my sunset when the autumn fades. We'll be dancing and singing in the summer rain. Oh, rain. Thank you very much.
That was a cracking song there.
You enjoy that?
I did very, very much.
Means a lot.
And this is a compliment. You have what I would class a very unique voice.
Oh, I do.
I'm listening to a song that I do think it is quite unique. Now, you mentioned you have an EP out.
I did have an EP out. It's now been taken down and it's going to be relaunched.
Yep.
Very, very soon, because we've got a big gig coming up.
Do you want to tell me? Well, that was
the kind of
that was the lead in, wasn't it? That was the hook. That was the hook there. So it was to get the presenter in there.
Yeah. So on November the 2nd, we're going to be playing the ABC2 in Glasgow.
Wow.
So Scott will be there, and so a band behind me as well.
With 6 strings.
With six strings. He'll be there with 6 strings.
Yes.
And we'll just we're going to have a wee support there as well, and then we're just going to headline a show.
Fantastic.
The tickets are on Ticket Web. If you just search my name, James Hopkins, go out and buy yourself a ticket. They're there.
That will be a seriously good gig.
Well,
it's a great venue. It's a great venue.
I'm just going to say the rehearsals are sounding very promising.
And to be fair, that is a cracking showcase for you.
Well, exactly. It was brilliant. Through contacts, we managed to get that venue. So that's what I'm looking forward to at the moment. It's
one of the best venues around in Glasgow just now.
Oh, it really is.
So I mean, lots of people play really small venues, but I think ambition.
You've got to try.
You've got to try it. And I take it, are we talking about the O2 ABC one?
The ABC two.
The ABC two.
It's the room up the stairs. It's about 300 to 400.
Yeah,
300 to 400 folk.
It's a cracking. I've been to gigs in both of them. So the EP is going to be relaunched around about that time.
It's going to be relaunched the day after, or the day before, or the day it's happening. It'll be relaunched. It'll be one of those days. It's going to be relaunched then for promotional purposes.
Yeah. So is that going to be kind of relaunched online, or is it going to be available
on iTunes?
Yeah.
It was on iTunes, but it'll be relaunched. It's been taken down now.
No physical copies?
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
We're hoping to maybe sell a few copies in the night, but we'll see what happens.
Totally understand.
It seemed to do well before all the promotion and before the gig when it was up previously, so hopefully the relaunch should do well. So
we'll take another track from your wee CD of artists that you love. We'll get track 4 lined up, and you want to tell me a little bit about this one?
This is a guy called Hunter Hayes. He's actually just announced that he's coming to the UK. He's based on country music, but this one isn't too country. It's kind of pop stroke country music. I really just love this guy. He plays every instrument known to man. He actually did a song on an Elton John album where he got Elton John get artists in to play his songs, and he went in and did Goodbye Yellow Brick Road and played every instrument, did it in a day, and well, apparently Elton John cried at the recording. That's what I read, but that's how good this guy is. So this song's called Tattoo, and it's his lead single for his new UK EP.
Okay. I'm in the studio here at Urban Beat FM with James Hopkins, and James has been in session and in conversation. We've also got Scott Mitchell, who has just murdered a guitar, but I believe there's a new victim on its way.
There is a new guitar on its way. It's mine, some. Don't break no strings.
So don't break those strings. No, I mean, you must be looking forward to that gig in November. Oh. It sounds amazing.
It should be, so we're just going to go and we'll do a couple of covers, but we're really just going to promote that EP and play some new tracks that no one's heard before. So with a full band, which is just
sounding really, really good now.
You've always like played with the piano and the kind of guitar. Yeah. Is this the first time you've actually kind of rehearsed your songs with a band?
You know, the first time was when our first rehearsal, when we all got together and we sent the tracks to the band that were coming in, and they came in and obviously learned it, and we just says, let's just go for it. And you know that feeling when other people are playing your song and getting into your song, it's the most amazing thing. But no, it's sounding great, and the band are loving it. The band are great, we're really tight. It's going really well.
So I mean, who worked on the arrangements for the band? For the songs, it's very different, like what you're doing now, sitting at the piano and doing the song, but then to actually have to arrange your songs for a band.
Well, I go in, I'll take the tracks to the rehearsal studios, and to be honest, it's a team effort, really. Yeah. Arranging wise, it really is. I mean, the drummer can suggest something vocally. You know what I mean? And we'll take it on board, because that's how you get the best out of everyone. And it's definitely the way to work it. And that's how you get the best arrangement for each song and make it sound really good live.
Yeah. It's going to be fabulous.
Should be.
Anyway, James, you get another song that you can do on the piano while we wait for this reinforcement.
Yeah, this one. This one was the third one off the EP. This one's called As Long As You're Happy. I got a bit of stick when I released it.
A bit of
stick, because it was specific to someone. She knows who she is. I said to her.
Is this the song you were saying that you wrote on the way home?
Yeah, so I was in the studio. We were recording. I think we finished recording Set the World on Fire, and we're having a discussion in the studio with the producer, and he was just saying how we needed a piano vocal track on it, you know, that way to introduce yourself. Yeah. but I hadn't written one. But I had this music, but I didn't have any lyrics at all. I had the melody. On the train home, I wrote the lyrics from obviously what I was feeling at that time, and it became the song that's called As Long As You're Happy. It's the hardest one to sing in the EP.
Yeah.
I'll give it my best shot, but...
of course you will. You've been rehearsing rigorously.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, this song is called As Long As You're Happy.
And I shall be listening carefully to the lyrics.
Oh, yes, yeah.
At your leisure.
Cheers. It's been a while since I spoke to you. I was pulled back by some guy who thought he knew what it was to love and how to treat someone. I meant nothing to you for 2 years of my life. And if you ask anyone what I really want, as long as you're happy, not lonely, I'd do anything to make you smile. Been waiting on this for a little while to say to you, if it's me or who, and I'd be fine whatever way, as long as I knew that you would be all fine, lady. As long as you're happy, I'd write songs about greater things now. 'Cause I would be happy in every single way. And I need a chance to be your freedom, spoil you and hold you till I make you feel special. No, there's no more beautiful. It would be better for you to know, as long as you're happy, not lonely, I'd do anything to make you smile. Been waiting on this for a little while to say to you, if it's me or who, and I'll be fine whatever way, as long as I knew that you would be all fine, lady. As long as you're happy, I know that I would make things better now. But I understand you needing time and space, girl. And if you ignored everything, you laughed and saw, and you will find the one you need and by your side. As long as you're happy, not lonely, I'd do anything to make you smile. Been waiting on this for a little while to say to you, if it's me or who, yeah, now. And I'll be fine whatever way, as long as I knew that you would be all fine, lady. I know that you need time, lady, but just so you know that I'll be waiting. To make you feel happy. very much. Thank you.
I'm heartbroken. I'm absolutely heartbroken.
No, it's all right. I'm feeling all right at the moment.
You've recovered, yes.
Well, aye.
Well, we see
We'll say that.
where other guitars come. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to play a wee track from Red Sky July. This is from their new album called Shadowbirds, and this is Lay Down Your Love. That's Red Sky July from their brand new album called Shadowbirds, and that's called Lay Down Your Love. I'm still in the studio with singer-songwriter James Hopkins. We've heard a few tracks there, and good tracks as well. Lots of good feedback on Facebook about the session, people saying they're enjoying it. And, of course, Scott has a new guitar.
Woo!
I mean, I think we ought to say a big, big thank you to your sister Amy for running all the way from Saltcoats with that.
She did that, yep. As long as he doesn't break one of my strings, I'm a happy.
Absolutely brilliant.
That's great, guys. So, I mean, you've got your big gig coming up. That's at the O2 ABC on the 2nd of November.
Yep, that's right.
And what's the EP called when it's going to get released?
It's actually not decided at the moment. It was previously called Guided.
Yes, I'm looking at the picture just now.
Yeah, the meaning behind it was because I was guided to songwriting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been a songwriter. For example, I wouldn't have played the piano in the first place without my mum's influence. I wouldn't have played like kind of poppy, kind of contemporary music without my Uncle Jerry's influence.
Yeah.
So it's just all came from that, and that's why I called it Guided, because I've been guided to a certain point.
Fantastic.
That's
Great.
where the name came from.
And how many tracks on it?
4. We've played 3 from it, but we're not going to play one of them. One of them's quite a kind of, I'm not going to say a big band number, but you need at least a drum behind it. So we decided that we wouldn't play.
That'll be the big number at the gig at the O2.
It will
then,
be. I'm
so
not giving anything away, but it will be.
So you're gonna relaunch the EP.
Yeah.
Will there be an album somewhere down the line?
It's a long-term goal. When we get to the stage that we can make an album, it's really just cherry picking the best songs.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And then we'll be ready to go. We could make an album now. You know what I mean? That's the kind of I've got all these songs ready to go, but it's just picking the best and then making an album out of it. And an album needs to have a certain flow to it.
I mean, a lot of artists they're comfortable putting out like 4 or 5 track EPs.
Yeah.
Rather than like a full length album.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I think probably if we were to release, obviously we're going to relaunch this EP. What we might do is do one more EP.
Yeah.
This isn't. I don't know if we will or not. Do one more EP, or we'll just go straight to the album.
Yeah.
And maybe release a single and then an album. It just depends. It's difficult to get studio time at the moment and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's all working towards that. So it definitely is a long term.
So James, if anybody wants to kind of follow you, do you have like a Facebook page, Twitter, website?
Yeah, go to my Facebook page, which is James Hopkins Music. If you just go to my James Hopkins Facebook profile, there's a link to it there.
Yeah.
On Twitter, the James Hopkins Twitter for my music isn't actually up at the moment. But you can obviously follow me on Twitter. I'm not going to get into the username, but if you go to Irvin Beat,
and you go to the Irvin Beat Twitter page and you'll find out James's.
And you can follow me from there.
I was never going to ask about that anyway.
To be honest, right, it's really no worth asking about.
Better having just a mystery there.
Exactly.
And have you got any kind of website yet, James?
No, the website will be up and running very
That'll
soon.
come, yeah.
We're just really kind of promoting the ABC gig through Facebook and through posters and flyers, that kind of thing.
Fantastic. Listen, guys, thanks for coming in. I mean, James, thanks for coming in and singing some great songs. Scott, thanks for coming in, killing the guitar.
Oh, yeah.
And
Thanks very much for having us.
No, it's been absolutely, it really has. It's been an absolute pleasure. It
Yeah.
really has.
so, what's the last song?
All right, yeah. So, all right. Tell me. Oh, I need to do these shows.
Do your shout. Do your shout-outs. Do your
shout-outs. Going
shout-outs.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
First of all, I need to say a wee shout out to Kilbride Thistle amateur football team. They asked me to give them a wee shout out. They're all listening tonight. Second of all, I need to give a shout out to Gary. Happy birthday, Gary. Other than and Amy, of course, for bringing the guitar. Other than that,
Saviour.
all family, all my friends. There you go.
There you
That's
go.
all I need to do.
And everybody else that knows me, that's what tends
Everyone
to follow
else
that.
asked for a shout out. There you go.
James, it's been a pleasure to have you here. Scott, it's been a pleasure to meet
Thank
you as
very
well.
much for having us. Oh yeah, so this last song is a new song. This is the song I wrote straight after the writer's block that I hit, and it's called Wanderers, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks again.
Yep, take it away, guys.
I see the sun across the lake, and I see the size of a water state. I see the sky as blue as your name. Your long brown hair that made me see you're the only one for me. The little things are all I need. Riding for you is all I do. As far as we go, I'll always know that we will never get tired of laughing. We could be fine if you open your mind. We will fly away to somewhere different, letting go, being followed by wanderers. Red velvet dreams, they won't come true. But the only thing I need from you to be by your side, let me be your guide. But every cloud has a silver line, but you're the one that keeps me up at night. Oh, shine for me tonight. Riding for you is all I do. As far as we go, I'll always know that we will never get tired of laughing. We could be fine if you open your mind. We will fly away to somewhere different, letting go, being followed by wanderers. As far as we go, I'll always know that we will never get tired of laughing. We could be fine if you open your mind now. We will fly away to somewhere different now. As far as we go, I'll always know that we will never get tired of laughing. We could be fine if you open your mind, and we will fly away to somewhere different, letting go, being followed by wanderers. Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
No problem. That was that was a cracking song. So I would say that bit of writer's block done you good.
Well, that's what I was talking about. That's my favourite song that I've written in a wee while, so I'm really pleased with it. we're going to do at the gig.
It's also a bit different from the other songs.
Yeah, it's very...
It's like a progression.
Yeah, it's very driven, quite derivative. It's,
Yep.
Yeah, it repeats itself a lot. It's just like I came up with that hooky melody that comes up with that when it hits the chorus. Sorry, and I just thought, you know what, keep it simple.
Yeah,
Sometimes
James.
simple songs are the best.
James, I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much for
and
having us.
I've no doubt in the future we'll have you in again. So we
I'll
will.
be happy to come along. It's been absolutely brilliant.
And Scott,
thank you very much.
thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
And James, your guitar is intact.
It isn't guitar. Yeah, it is intact. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Just
Anyway,
about.
thanks a lot to James Hopkins and Scott Mitchell for tonight's session.
107.2 Irvine Beat FM. Irvine Beat FM. Broadcasting to the